Hello, Soul Family, and Merry and Happy Christmas. Um, wow, I was going to do a reading at some point this week, the overview of 2025, because it's coming to an end quite quickly, and it's coming to a nice end with Christmas. And so, everybody's welcome to join. I just want to be thankful for you for watching. And this is Robbie from Guided by Fire. And I am also very, very thankful for all your love and support on this journey, because this journey is not, is definitely not easy at all. And obviously, this has been an interesting year for all of us. It's been also a roller coaster in so many different ways, and this was about a year of changes, and it's a number 9 year, and very shortly it's coming to an end, and a lot of us are have felt this energy of a lot of things coming to an end that no longer serve us, and that a lot of different changes took place. And this is interesting. This was an interesting week for me, because a couple of things in the past 2 days took a whole other direction. I was still happy about it, and definitely in gratitude for it. Whatever the reason is, who knows? That answer will come in divine timing. But I'm just going to get some collective messages, the Twin Flame Christmas Oracle deck, the beautiful Liz Harrison. We're going to see what we're going to come out for this Christmas day. We'll just pull other decks as we're guided to. You can ask a question. You don't have to. You can just participate in the conversation. You have free will to do what you want. Just know it's a safe space. Hi, Jaya. How are you? So we're finding out, and I know a lot of us have been feeling this beautiful peace around us, and this is the peace you've been manifesting. Normally, Jaya, we don't do anybody under 18 here. But you could stay and watch if you'd like. It's up to you. So let's see. 2 cards came out in my hands. Out and about. So this collective message today for Christmas, you're going to be out and about. They could be out and about. That's perfectly fine. And they love their kids. So this could be either you or them. They could be out with their kids if they have kids, or other people's kids at this time, because it is Christmas time. Spending the time with them, watching the gifts being opened. But if you are on this twin flame journey and your divine emperor masculine has kids, they're focused on their kids. They're not focused on the karmic partner at all. And I felt that. So they're just focused on their kids. And they could definitely be out and about with their kids at this time too. And other kids, enjoying the day as best as they can. You definitely can, Jaya, because and listen, there's nothing there that would be inappropriate. So I don't see why not. But I just do have to let you know that it is usually 18 and up. Don't take anything personally from anyone this Christmas. There could be emotions flying around with either you or your twin, divine masculine, or divine counterpart. There could be things being said personally to you separately, and I'm getting and feeling that this could be family members. And the reason why family could be saying things that you may not like or things that could be triggering is because they're going through some other emotions, and it isn't you, it isn't them. They could be projecting. Christmas brings up a lot of, and this holiday time, even if you don't celebrate Christmas, a lot of things come to the surface. So this is also a huge sign to, rise above it, not give it any attention, and to, if you have to walk away from it. And a lot of us on this journey have walked away from triggering moments anyway, or just from people in general this holiday season that no longer serve us, or anyone that's in a lower vibration, because I know I did. And it's not an easy thing to do. Oh, okay, Jaya. I totally understand. I've seen Grandma seizures, so you're going to help me understand. Yes, not a problem. So, there could be family members around today that could, whether you are in a contact situation or not, that could be, you could be feeling this. So, this is the collective messages. Yeah, ooh, bottom of the deck came out. This is interesting. I know I've been going through this. Um, I just give me 1 second. It's not that it isn't safe, Jaya, but you always have to be mindful and careful of things that are in the chat or things like that. There could be just things that could be, more of a adult nature. I'm just saying in general, but it wouldn't be this chat. But that, just take that as, it could be any live chat, if that helps in a way. Okay, so the bottom of the deck is going through ascension. So between yesterday and today, we all are on this journey going through going through ascension. We may be going through ascension symptoms that are physical or light in the body. A happy birthday, Jaya. Wow, Christmas Day birthday. You don't see those too often. But sincerely, happy birthday. Um, so there could be things you're feeling in your body. Could be feeling a bit more than relaxed, like a little bit tired. You may be needing some type of rest. You may be needing a nap. You may not need a nap or just a short sleep, or just to put your head down, because there's a lot of activations going on this Christmas. Really, very heavy. There's a download of Christ codes happening. Okay. Um, so those are the messages that are collective coming out from this pile. Yeah, thank you, Glitter Dragon, for explaining that. We don't. That's another thing, and I wasn't even thinking, Jaya. There could be bullies, so just to let you know, you may have to ignore them. Oh wow, nice diamond painting right now. That's fine. A diamond painting, diamond white light. I'm getting from that. So you could be feeling some kind of diamond white light if it's sunny where you are. So, um, yeah. So we're all going through things differently, and the changes to the holiday season. And interesting. I was supposed to go last night with a friend of mine to a Christmas carol and music concert inside a small church, but something had happened. They had to cancel the last minute, and we were supposed to go to dinner together, but the restaurants were closed really super early. And so it took another direction. I wound up getting food, and I spent it peacefully alone with my two cats. Yes, have a very blessed birthday and jolly Christmas, Jaya. I'm getting a diamond painting right now. Be interesting to see what her painting would look like. So, let us get. Um, oh, this is what I wanted to get. So, and we've went through a lot of major intense shifts since October, and these changes, some of them were unbelievably, but you could feel things getting closer together in the energies. We had the last super full moon in Gemini, which was super intense. Super new moon, yeah, full moon. I must have said new moon. I must have said that for a reason because I guess it was whatever we were wherever you were releasing, I was releasing was part of this new beginning. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna see how to do that now. Let me just click on the name. Do, 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 do. I have never done live before, so I'm not really sure how. Let's see. Let me go and try this again. Click on the name. Yeah, that's what you got to do. Okay. Okay, now you were added as a moderator. I had to click on the name and something else, which was pretty easy. Thank you for being here, Victor. Um, so since we got the bottom of the deck, the ascension symptoms this Christmas, let me know in the chat what kind of ascension symptoms you've been feeling. Yeah, I just did that. So now your name turned blue with the little blue wrench. Okay. So we got two cards that flew out, which is a 22, false twin flame. There is intense change with this. Now, not everybody is with, and the card just went out like that. Weird. Must have happened for a reason. It looks like it's a phoenix rising from the ashes. And there's a lot of fire. There is intense change happening. So there could be a change with anything today. Okay? So I'm not getting a karmic partner. But this catalyst is helping with these changes. So if this is resonating with anybody, this could be falling away. And this was interesting. Somebody, one of my clients wished me Merry Christmas through Snapchat. And I was just mentioning the woman he's dating feels not aligned. And so I had got it. Definitely, it was a false twin flame, but there is an intense change going on. This could be a karmic partner. If those of you or emperors still in a karmic situation, there's going to be a rapid, quick, intense change where this is energetically ending, or that karmic situation, they both know it's ending, and basically we'll be coming to a accepting of that. It is about accepting. So yeah, 9-9. I'm gonna cover the word here. Yeah, sacred sexuality, the Kundalini rising, and the Kundalini, your life force energy, is definitely been high, but in a different way that you're not used to, because it's alchemizing any lower energy. So if you were in isolation yesterday, Christmas Eve, and everybody all over the world, celebrates Christmas differently, and if they do or do not do Christmas Eve, depending on the culture, a lot of you, especially a divine feminine, could have been alone during that because you were being protected yesterday from the outside world. If you were alone yesterday, so that's a specific message of protection. because of these special downloads and things being activated. I'm getting definitely Jesus is part of this major activation. And I'm getting Archangel Haniel and Archangel Michael. Yeah, there's basically with the Christ codes, which are very, very sacred, the Sophia Christ codes I was getting. It's a very sacred activation. So definitely the peace and the calm yesterday and even today makes sense because a lot of us are having to integrate this right now. And you could be seeing also lots of everywhere the messages about being in gratitude. And gratitude is just coming real deep for us this Christmas. I'm just taking a sip of water. Two cards moved off the top of the deck. This is the Twin Flame Ascension Oracle. For those of you who need to know. Yeah, wow. The two cards moved off the top of the deck. The 1-1. So you could be seeing 11, 111, or 1111. It's about surrender to this new beginning. Dark Night of the Soul. Oof. Now, we all know on this twin flame journey, and we learn very quickly what a dark night of the soul is. And for those of you who have just been activated on the journey, the initial dark night of the soul and that ego death probably was, and I know and I can attest, we all went through it, was the worst dark night of the soul we've ever been through in our lives. And that's when the activation occurs, when the Divine Emperor at that one time, you went into preparation, no contact. And how many ever days, and you're looking back on that, it's like, wow. It's like almost you don't remember it. But on this journey, you can go through, and you will go through multiple dark nights of the souls. And there's so many different types. It depends on what needs to be purged on a deep level. And this journey, especially this year, we went through multiple dark nights of the soul. Some of us didn't even know it was a dark night of the soul. Rolling around, screaming on the floor in pain. And the one thing about the dark night of the soul is when it's over with, you feel like a brand new person because it's a death and a rebirth. And some of the dark nights of the souls is something specific that needed to go. So that's how you know, if you have any doubts, if you are on the twin flame journey or not, is when you go through dark night of the soul and one dark night of the soul after and after and after until all of the ego deaths purge out of everything, whatever has come to the surface to be purged. So it's crazy. So your emperor could be going through a dark night of the soul. And if they're with a karmic partner, maybe they could be too. Yeah, 5-5, electric creative expression. So that's about change. And we have a nice rainbow, and wow, it looks like a diamond. If you look closer, I'm going to just move the card a little bit closer. So diamond white light, electrical feelings, could be feeling a lot of cold, cold flashes. Give me a block on the throat chakra. Communication coming in. Yeah, 3-3, ebb and flow, going with the flow. You know, soul merger. Inner union, gaining more powerful strength. The infinity symbol. You got the heart chakra right here illuminated. Could be some heart chakra activations. Could have happened before this Christmas. The two swans. The bottom is the root chakra. So you share both the same chakra system. You're one energetic system. You are one soul reincarnated into two bodies. So that was the bottom of the deck. Wow. That was really interesting. Yeah. So, it's funny. So how did these cards... Yeah, 7-7. I was guided to this. Yeah, rebirth. You could be seeing multiple sevens. All different 7-7. You could be seeing triple sevens. You could be seeing quadruple sevens. I saw twice the other day a phone number, all 7-7-7-7-7-7. That's without the area and country code here. Yeah, your dreams are manifesting. And about the dreams manifesting, all the 222s coming out, you got this Merkaba, diamond-shaped Merkaba, like diamonds in different formations, and all these different, almost rainbow colors. Yeah, keep practicing patience, because everything is in divine order. And what that means is everything comes to you in divine timing when it's in alignment. So this is probably definitely what's happening this Christmas. All these Christmas blessings you are receiving, and not all of them are materialistic. So let's get messages and music. So we're going to pull the Messages Through Music Intuitive Oracle by Liz Harrison. And we're going to see what wants to come out. So whenever you hear whatever music today, whenever that comes, it's going to be a very, very important message being sent to you. Could be sent from you, from your Divine Emperor. They will be hearing the messages and music from you. You could be hearing it from loved ones in heaven. You could be hearing it from loved ones that you didn't hear from that are still on earth. And let's see. Yeah, 2 cards just flew out with this. Do not give up on love. It is the most powerful force in the universe. It can heal, move mountains, and create miracles. This is an urgent message from the angels. Don't give up on your love because it is real. You know, if you've had doubts come up on this journey recently or yesterday or today, and you're just not sure, you're going to get reminded that you are on this journey. You could be still releasing doubt. But do not give up on love, because love is the answer. Putting love into yourself, putting love into situations. And that can trigger people, especially when it's unconditional love. Yeah. Your dreams will be getting more vivid and powerful as you get closer to union. Dream traveling and astral projection are possible at this time. And a sense that the dream is real because you are meeting up with your twin in the 5D realms. The universe is giving you a preview of what's to come. Pay attention to your dreams as they're coming true. Yeah. This is really an important message. This could be a lot of vivid dreaming that's going to be happening tonight and tomorrow. So really pay attention to the messages in these vivid dreams. That everything that's been coming to you in dreams are coming clearer. It's because it is happening. And you could see this confirmation followed up with 7-7-7-7-7. And even the 888s, or in the infinity symbol, or anything shaped like an 8, will be confirmation of this infinite abundance that's coming. And between tomorrow and New Year's Eve, there's going to be some subtle shifting going on. And a lot of gentle shifts, because this Capricorn season, you know, Capricorn's an earth sign energy. And even though it's a cardinal earth sign, so it's an earth sign that needs balance, a lot of peace. It's a beautiful energy, believe it or not. And very calm energy. I know we just went through the Sagittarius season, and that was about taking divine inspired action when you were actually guided to, using your intuition. But you could have felt during that Sagittarius energy a lot of things rushing in out of nowhere, like you were running out of time. So no, we're never running out of time. I'm going to get some more decks. No, we're never running out of time. Even though we think we are, it can definitely be divine masculine rushing in energetically. So, we're gonna pull out. Oh, I forgot I had one more deck. So it is important to stay grounded, continuously stay grounded today. And also, not just to stay grounded, but to stay focused and protect your energy. So whoever you're visiting today, or whatever you're doing for Christmas Day with family, friends, always be mindful if things feel off because they're off. We're going to pull a couple of messages from the Talisman Oracle and see what has been healed, because I haven't been able to come on my channel for a while now because I was going through it energetically myself. So let's see what wants to come out for this. Ooh, good fortune, the bottom of the deck. Yeah, well, that's coming on its way. And what I get from this, and I know every single one of this went through this some way, shape, or form, where this year, and it wasn't an easy answer to get why, and I knew I wasn't personally the only one. As a divine feminine and empress, this is coming. And one of the things was, if you've been on, a lot of challenges with finances this year, remember, this is a number 9 year. And there was a reason why. We had to change our energy within in order to magnetize and attract the finances. And we had to heal on a deep level. And a lot of it was also ancestral. What I'm getting with finances with this is the old way of manifesting money. It was to manifest from soul and not ego. So there was a lot of emotions that had to be purged out when this happened. I know a lot of us, it's rebuilding. And you know what? It's even going to rebuild even quicker now. Okay? And we had to learn a lot of lessons about manifestation. And two things was taking action. Our intentions and our energy had to be in perfect alignment when we took action towards manifesting something, and I mean physical action, and also manifesting in a higher vibration, such as gratitude. And gratitude was bringing in a lot more. Now, it doesn't come in all at once, because the universe knows, and the God and the angels know what you can handle. So you've been shown these blessings, and being in gratitude for them. So that's been rebuilding, but we've now learning to attract money from soul. We're looking at as energy, that everything is being taken care of. It's part of the surrender process. This is why it's important to be extremely mindful about the words we use, because our manifesting capabilities come like this. And it's also important to not even just watch our words, our thoughts, because once we pick up a pen and write something on paper, it's coming to you. So it's either good or bad. So just always be mindful of that. Yeah, change is happening again. The chameleon. The lizard, that the colors change. And you could be seeing chameleons. You could be seeing other signs about change. The weather yesterday, for a short period of time, it was extremely windy here, and it stopped. And as I mentioned, this week there was 2 days, twice, a change in direction for a reason. Change of plans, and it happened quickly for a reason. one not being someplace. So I took it as some type of protection. Why that kind of protection, I don't know. But we'll find out later. Yeah, this is all happening because of your union is manifesting into 3D now. Okay, a lot of us have gone through some very confusing ascension, some very scary ascension to some of you. Symptoms, it's because your physical union is happening. So if you've been in inner union for a long time and you keep rebuilding, giving back to yourself into your inner union, giving all that stuff back to you, what comes up must come down. And, this is also another reminder, even when physical union takes place, the healing still isn't going to stop. They're not just going to come knocking on the door, pick up the phone, and say, here I am. So there's also a lot of stages before this happens. Because within yourself, a lot of things have, whatever needed to purge, purged. It's because of this. If you were guided even, and something manifested that was soul aligned, if there was a career change or a change in your business, and you were guided to make those changes, it's because of this. Okay? So just know and trust, and yes, this journey can get frustrating when these symptoms come on or something is purging, and you can get frustrated. I get frustrated too because you feel like your life is disrupted. And you don't know what's happening at that moment until you go out in nature and calm your own energy down and just, even putting your hand on the tree trunk helps out a lot. I find that helps. I'm in a soul aligned position now. I don't call it a job. I don't call it a paycheck. I don't even feel like I go to work. Okay, so I'm guided to be in service in two different ways. But this is also important to know when this happens, it's because you both are being guided to, in the physical, to be in service to the world. So whatever you're creating to be in service, they're going to be that match because you know what your purpose is here. Some of you may not know, but it's going to unfold. Sometimes you have to go deep within and ask yourself, what do I want to do with my twin flame union? We also had to go through activations of embodying things as it's already here in the present moment. And that might have happened roughly, that activation, that might have happened smoothly. So yeah, this is happening no matter what. You've already detached from the timelines. But if you're getting a timeline that's specific, it'll happen between that time frame. So, hi Ashwini, how are you? It's 12:21 a.m. That's a sign over there. I believe it's India. I think you have some good water sign in the Vedic chart, which can become fire sign and tropical. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not familiar with the Vedic chart, but I would be interested to know and find out. Everything falls into place, and you're interesting. Probably at one point, and I'm going to bring this up because I kept saying wood snake. A lot of us at one time didn't understand what the Chinese zodiac was, or oracle, and the Lunar New Year. And it's just interesting how everybody recognizes it from all over the world. Yes, I'd love to understand your Sayur chart. Oh, yeah. So, it's interesting how it's been changed from Chinese New Year to Lunar New Year. So that also reminds me, in October, we started to feeling, I don't know if it's called the wood horse or the fire horse, the freedom horse. So as something that was purging, something you started to feel free from whatever it was. Yeah, slowly, Ashwini, yeah, it's true. Because a lot of things happen in baby steps. Yeah, a lot of healing energy is taking place. at this time. Good fortune coming this way. And you're gaining more knowledge. So you could be seeing squirrels. You could be seeing a scarab or a picture of a beetle. Yeah, look at the Chinese one. Actually, Ashwini, they have 5 elements. They have earth, air, fire, water, and either metal or wood. I can't remember which one. And it might be wood. I could be wrong. And it's one animal for that whole year. Actually, I'm going to pull out a deck you're going to like. I bought this in London. I am going to be pulling out a deck. That's something I learned. And you want to know something, Ashwini? I didn't even learn that. I didn't even know too much about that at all until my own Divine Masculine mentioned that one time. So, yeah. Now that's a beautiful reminder, Ashwini. I'm going to pull out the Chinese 5 Elements Oracle. They have 5 elements. Now, again, I don't remember if it's either metal or wood. I forgot. Oh, okay. Elements in one animal, yeah. It is elements in one animal for the year and one element for the year. Okay. Yeah, they come around that one animal and one element every 12 years. So the way they do this, it goes by a particular year that you're born. Oh, thank you, Victor. Wood. Yeah, okay, so it is the wood horse. Some people keep saying fire horse. So that's where that's where the confusion was coming on with it. See, we're all learning. You know what? Ask for an answer and it comes. Yeah. So those are those messages that came out for the Talisman Oracle. So. Oh, wow, Victor. A metal cock. I am actually, I know I'm the year of the tiger, but what type of tiger? That would be interesting to know. I think it is a white tiger. Okay, yeah, a rooster. I'm a tiger. The element, I don't know of mine either, Ashwini. Oh, this is interesting. That just came out. 24. You could be seeing 2s and 4s around a lot. This is the fire pig. Raise your frequency, raise your vibration. You know what I'm getting from here? You have the halo over the pig, and the pig is a gray color. He's got fire all over, and he's flying. Okay? So this is when I'm getting the Kundalini rising. And you know, one of the things about the Kundalini, it burns and alchemizes lower energies. Oh, that's wonderful, Victor. Yeah, the movie The Fifth Element. There you will learn about all the elements. It'll be interesting. So this is a fire pig. Lots of 2s and 4s, and you know, they add up to a 6, they add up to an 8. This is about burning any type of lower energy you've been feeling, any lower energy around you. So this is also coming through with a message that if you walk into a room and all of a sudden, I don't know if there are any divine masculines on here, but that doesn't matter because that's within you anyway. Because they're doing the same thing when they walk into a room. It's mirrored. All of a sudden, people are getting triggered. It's because of your Kundalini rising. All of a sudden, they may not be so pleasant. All of a sudden, they may get nasty or project something. It's because you're triggering their shadows. So on a deeper level, this is part of your mission. As healing, you know, the earth, healing humanity, who needs it? And then all of a sudden, their whole mood can change in about 5 minutes. Because they needed to purge something. They don't understand that, but you do. You do. And another fire element, not just an element, another fire animal, the fire dragon. Another one. Co-creating with the universe. You're raising your frequency and co-creating with the universe. So we have one card come off the top of the deck. We have one card at the bottom of the deck, and this is a 53, which adds up to an 8, infinite abundance. The dragon, all the dragon spirits are around us still, specifically Arcturian dragons, helping you co-create with the universe. In fact, we're always creating something. And you can see the sun in the background. Staying in the light. This is about, with the fire, continuously not just shining your light bright, but letting it shine brighter. So again, that's another sign when people are triggered. It's because your light is blinding them. Wow. And another number 4, another fire animal, fire rabbit. And this is a really interesting card. Welcome to the Muse. This rabbit's got 2 white flowers in her hair. So it's purifying emotions, because rabbits represent emotions. And there is this beautiful white light, and it looks like all different, with a lady in the background with her hands in the air, receiving the light, giving me a block in the throat chakra. And it looks like sprinkling around a pixie dust, things like that. Adding light around, keeping your light bright, shining your light bright, staying in gratitude, choosing happiness, choosing love over fear, is making this light around you shine bright. So you could be feeling a rabbit spirit animal around you, but the fire rabbit. You just check your year and month. Maybe if you know the hour of birth, and going to find out which element you have. Oh, wow. Ashwini, water rooster. That would be interesting to find out what the water rooster is. Yeah, bottom of the deck, and I'm staring at it right now. 46. The Firebird, Phoenix rising from the ashes, and this is what's happening. You can see peacock feathers around too. And you see this phoenix with all different colors looking up. Rising. This is a rebirth that's happening. Rebirth happening to you, a rebirth happening to your masculine, and many of you are having masculines going on this rapid ascension because they're matching up to your energy. And you both are rising as phoenix out of the ashes. This is a number 10 year, and it's coming in very shortly of these new beginnings. So you could be resting and just enjoying the day to day, which is fine, staying in that present moment. It's part of the surrender process because you're allowing the divine to take care of the rest. And you're rising out of the ashes. We were never broken. They've broken things down for us this year that didn't serve us, but we still weren't broken. And I don't know, I think I have another Christmas deck too. I have to look. So let's get some messages from the beautiful Liz, the Journey to Union Oracle. Let's see who wants to come out with that, because, 2 of them flew out. All paths lead to you. And they are. Manifesting your dreams, and what did I say about before about 7s? They're coming to a reality. They really are. Coming to a reality. It's not about the how, when, and where. You just know it's happening. And many of you were detached when it will happen anyway. So it is, there's so many things that happen on this journey. And even if some of you went through a dark night of the soul recently, it's because something of the ego had a purge too. And it could be, usually now, if they happen, it's something specific. So, we got some lovely messages from that. I don't know what those. I know there's another Christmas oracle deck here. Give me one moment. It will come out. It will come out. Give me a second. I don't know where it went. Yeah, gotta be in the other drawer still. There it is. Ooh! I knew there was another Christmas deck. The Karmic 101 deck by Liz Harrison. And this is interesting. I had gotten this deck. This has stayed in the plastic for 3 years. So it must have been a reason why I didn't open this. And I don't remember why. Maybe because that karmic situation with my masculine was over with a long time ago. Let's see. Let's open the plastic. If I could get the plastic off. That could be a sign maybe if you have a masculine in a karmic situation, that could be a sign you not paying attention or giving it any energy. I don't know. I have never had this trouble getting the plastic off of a brand new deck of any kind. Oh, now it's coming off. So, not all these messages would resonate, but it could resonate in a different way. You may not be in a karmic partnership. Let me just say that. Your masculine may not be in a karmic partnership. But there could be other people or places or things that are karmic that have collapsed. Yeah, that cycle began 3 years ago and it's ending. Wow. Yeah, it really is. I didn't even see the rest after the water rooster. Lovely. Wow, could be a sign. Yeah, it could definitely be a sign. That cycle, which began 3 years ago, that's ending in true. I'm not sure, Shweeny, if that was still happening this year and has just come for an end for you. I mean, the beginning of end could start. Yeah, exactly. So there could be other different types of karmic situations. But however the message comes out, if it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, it could resonate with something else that anybody could be letting go of. So let's see what happens with the Karmic 101. So let's see. Oh, one card flew out. So I need to move on. Yeah, they're realizing that. They need to move on from something that no longer serves them. Or you need to move on from something that no longer serves you. And it's plain and simple. The message is because the lesson was learned. When we learned the lesson fully, we know. And then you shift into another energy where it's time to change and it's time to let it go. Because sometimes some karmic situations you could be so used to, and all of a sudden those lessons are learned. You see the truth of the light, whatever it was, and then you get to this point. They've gotten to this point. It's time to move on. It's time for a change. I need to find myself without you. So these could be messages to a karmic partner or a karmic person. And this could be a message of them saying that, letting them know it is completely over. It's part of them, if they're in a karmic partnership, taking back their power and not giving it any energy anymore, regardless of what the situation is. And they're realizing that they can't change them. Or you realize you can't change them, but you can only change yourself. Yeah, knowing the need to move on. So it's pretty two important messages that came out there. Needing space. Now, this is an interesting message, and this could resonate anyway. It may not resonate with a karmic situation, but with myself, it resonates that my mother's family, there are some members in there that are karmic, chaotic, low vibrational. And I had asked, I can't even remember, I said, I need space Christmas Eve. And guess what? It manifested. You could be needing space at this time where you may be needing this silence. The Divine Emperor Masculine could be needing space from at this time. But regardless, if you need the space, Divine Feminine, Divine Empress, you're okay with them needing space. It's because you need space. It's mirrored. Trying to sort things out in your brain for 5 seconds. This is something that gets mirrored back a long time ago about. It's not even where, as a divine feminine, you're ghosting, you're needing space, but you came to that understanding on a deep level. Yeah, they're trying to be friendly. Let's stay friends, trying to put things, trying to keep things peaceful. Some things may not be peaceful. Or saying things the best way they can to not argue, because arguing can be just draining, whatever that is. So those are the messages that came out from the Karmic 101. So let us get what's happening with the Karmic Christmas Oracle. This is the one with the plastic on it. What goes on behind closed doors? Now, obviously, this may not resonate for all of you. This may resonate differently. It could be resonate from something in the past that maybe you need a reminder of. I don't know. 3 of them flew across the table. Next Christmas, you could have someone new. So the way this message is coming out, this is something that is being said or could have been said from the Divine Emperor to the Karmic, or this is something you have said if you've been in a Karmic partnership and you're around them this holiday season. Maybe there might have been something said that there's fear. Well, they're all fear-based energy anyway, that they think their life is over, if that makes sense. This is either you or the Divine Masculine saying this to a karmic partner. If that doesn't resonate, this could be anything, really. But this is about change. I think that we are both ready to move on. So if they're still in a karmic partnership, this could be something the Divine Emperor said to the karmic. And maybe the karmic has come into a realization of that. Or doesn't want to realize that. Or the karmic has realized something that has towered over. This, I don't know. I keep feeling this energy for whoever is in this situation that is just done and over with. Can we start again? You ask me. No, I don't think we can. So this could be a karmic person saying this or a karmic partner saying this. And the answer is a straight no, I don't think we can. This would resonate if, if they've went through this a few times before and came into the lesson and realization, no, it's done with. Okay, this is interesting. You look like a mess and I feel a mess. This could have been an argument. Or this could just be a discussion that could have happened. I'm feeling something more energetically. There could have been like a collapse. Some type of karmic partner was hysterical, crying and realizing it's over with. It's done and over with. I don't know what to say. I picked out two decks here. I just feel like it's gone. I don't know. Which is a good thing, right? I don't know. I'm going to have to find a rubber band for those. Pretty interesting. Um, but you know what? I think everybody is coming to some type of karmic end right now. So, yeah. The cat, he's standing in the camera. Wow. So Charlie might have wanted to say hello with his tail. He comes around, when he hears these things, it's interesting. Animals, pets, they hear things. Some people think they don't understand human voice. Oh, no, they do. And when they do, they also, somebody told me they read. He's definitely a blessing. He's been a blessing to me, Ashwini, his brother. And I was never expecting to adopt two brother cats from a person that was a foster that couldn't find them homes because they couldn't be separated. And people wanted only just one or the other. And it took 3 weeks to decide, and I was aligned to adopt them. So they've been with me for 2 years. The only thing is they don't have collars and they don't have cat carriers. Divine timing. So I'm pulling out the silence deck. So what's happening in the silence from the beautiful Liz Harrison? So the bottom of the split came up as I'll never forget. I never forget you. Remember that. So there could be more vivid dreams. You could see many more increased reminders of them. You could get actual visions of them. And even if you don't, you're feeling their energy very heavy at this time. You were never forgotten. You, obviously, because you didn't forget them. And they are working through certain things. Now, remember, everybody's journey is different. No one's journey is the same. So whatever that situation is, they're reminding you. They're supporting you on the 5D. And also want to share with you, the other day I bought a pink candle, and at that point I thought it was just so pretty, and I didn't know the reason why. Now I know. Sending them love, and the affirmation is, I am open to receiving this love. Giving me a block in the throat chakra. Something's happening about communication with that. Yeah, they're reading every message, no matter how long ago it was, or any message that you have sent them back or sent to them. They're reading this over and over and over again. Okay? And they're wondering, some of them could be wondering, what did I do wrong? I may not understand it. They could be going through a karmic situation, and they're reading your messages over and over again for your love and comfort as well. I don't know. It could be a rough Christmas. Could be a rough holiday season for some of them. And this is interesting. The deck came this way. So those two messages inside. So yeah, a lot of them are healing and replacing. A lot of them are healing and releasing rejection. Okay? And, you had to heal rejection. You had to let it go. So you always go first. But you are letting them know you're not rejecting them, because if you're rejecting them, you're rejecting yourself. But if you're not rejecting yourself and you're loving on yourself and accepting yourself and all of that, it's another form of fear that they are releasing. They've been rejected in the past. This could be a childhood wound. So there could have been if it is a childhood wound that's come up about rejection, it could have been their parents rejected them, it could have been siblings, something ancestral that has happened. So, yeah. So, some of them could be healing and releasing rejection. Rejection from the karmic partner could be triggering from them if they're in a karmic situation. They are releasing fear that you may not like the real me. And some of them on a deeper level have to let go of the, you know, of what people think. Have to let it, I'm getting judgment. Yeah, letting go of judgment. Worried about you not liking the real them. Well, sometimes if this is coming up for you, ask yourself this. What is it about myself that I'm not liking the real me that I want to change? If there is something to change within you. Not your surroundings, not where you live, not your job. But if this is happening for you, or this is coming up, ask yourself if you're not, what is it about the real me I don't like? So this is about masks. This is also the energy about masks and illusions that have fell off. So they could be triggered with something that's the truth. Something they've been hiding behind for a long time. So that may not be for everybody. But they definitely want to be able to marry you, love you, and give you the world. So you could be seeing engagement rings, weddings. You could be seeing Christmas weddings. This is what they want to do. So if you've gone through before this Christmas holiday, any one of the days where you went through an unexpected chest pain, chest pressure, or coldness around your chest, or any types of different heart chakra activations, which can be a bit scary, it's because you are healing and releasing and activating to be open to receiving on a deeper level. Because this is why they want to marry you. So, Divine Feminine, you could have released on a deeper level and healed, being open to receiving. It is your time to receive. Yeah. Where there could have been felt like an anxiety a bit. They could be quite scary. Yeah, he was very afraid of it. Yeah. And it's totally understanding, Amrit is, and it's, I know it's maybe frustrating, but you already know what type of fears that are being released and what needs to be. So you could be randomly burping, Ashwini, and you don't know why or where it's coming from at the moment. So, always remember, it's like, wow. There could be a deep set of fears of, moving forward. But you know what? He has to learn to release that fear in order to move forward. Because no matter how you look at it, it is a forward-moving journey. It doesn't stay backwards. Isn't it interesting how things do move forward? Everything moves forward in baby steps, too. Sometimes something happens energetically or physically, and you're like, okay, where did this come from? Why is this coming from? So that's the silence messages. And I want to pull out I want to pull out the Twin Flames in Union Oracle. Giving me a block in the throat chakra again. The reason why I've been guided to pull this out is because even if anybody is in a no contact situation, you need to embody this. Yeah, that's an old song, Step by Step, New Kids on the Block. So let's see what messages want to come from this deck. Ooh, flew across the table. I love you more and more every day. Yeah. Notice the heart is amethyst. Healing. Yeah, heart chakra activations. If they didn't happen already, they will happen. But you feel this. You love them more and more every day. Pink candle, open to receiving their love. And you are deserving of it. Yeah, wow. Bottom of the deck. I bless everything that I went through on my journey to end up with you. Yeah. They're going to be coming to this realization. They could be coming to this now. They are embodying this. And it could have been, I'm getting people, what I'm getting here is past karmic situations that are done and over with. So I'm getting divine masculines with no karmic partners anymore. They are blessing the past, forgiving themselves, but they're realizing and seeing the magic unfold. Sometimes that could be scary too when, something happens that goes their way and they're like, whoa, where did this come from? So they feel right now on the 5D, they're already with you and they already are. Through the astral traveling, the vivid dreams, and all of that. So, yeah. This is also a message of being in deep gratitude for it, for the lessons that have been learned. So, gratitude comes in all forms and it gets real, real deep, especially when the epiphanies come. Let's go on holiday. So that's also a plan in the works. And this will come as well. This could be a spare of the moment holiday. This could be, this is being planned. This could be a holiday you both plan together or spare of the moment. And when this does happen, it's going to fly by so fast you won't even know. But it's going to be a very fun holiday, whatever that is. Yeah, I love that you don't try to change me. No. Yeah, that's something that is really, really deep. And this is a lovely message because you didn't try to change them. Okay? You're not here to change anyone. And they taught you that lesson. And you can't change anyone, only they can change themselves. But they love you very, very deeply for not even trying to change them. Where you are in the present moment, you are allowing them to change and to make those changes for this to move forward. And this is a really important message, and I had mentioned this before. I love that we are both working on our mission and purpose, and you are. So both of you, this is being mirrored right now, of being in service. Now, being in service could mean anything, being in service to humanity, whatever you're guided to. There's no right and wrong way of being in service. But this mission that you have with your twin flame, with your divine masculine, is about being on mission and purpose and service together. In the physical. You could be in the physical with your emperor triggering lots of people. So if you think you're triggering people now when you walk into the room and and they're not, and you're in a no contact situation, you can only imagine what this is going to be like when you are together. And I'm also getting this message. You and your divine masculine are not here to hold people's hands. They have to go on their own path. It doesn't matter if they're karmic, not karmic, or whoever they are. Even some of the family members you've let go of. Because you've let go of the old identity of who you used to be. And that's what's happened this December. So now this rebirth can continue. Yeah. That's going to be interesting to see what unfolds for that. And, that's really going to be interesting. I need to get some water. I didn't even know. It's almost 2:28. Oh, wow. Time is an illusion. I need to get some water, so excuse me, guys. My throat's getting dry. I really haven't been getting too much of a throat chakra lately. So it only depends. And I sat with that. I'm like, wow. So I knew that communication was healing on the 5D, but it was coming up and I had to sit with it because it's not often. So I said, it could be other journeys. So I don't know who needs to hear this. If you do have something with the throat chakra comes up, it's because you're picking up a collective energy with communication with that. So it may not be your own journey, just some kind of reminder. I do want to get some tarot from the Gilded Tarot Royale. So I'm going to finish up some messages. I can't really stay here on that long because I do have to get ready for Christmas dinner at my friend's house. I had spoken to her before. Yeah, wow, bottom of the split. We got the Hangman, we got Pisces, Aries energy, and the Fool. So they were in this Hangman position, the Divine Emperor, for a long time, of taking this leap of faith forward. You see how this Fool, it's interesting, this card, looks very happy. Stepped off the cliff with a dog, the butterfly here, transformation. But notice here, I'm going to pull this card a little bit closer, has all 12 astrological symbols of the year. When we feel those energetic shifts, when we shifted from Sagittarius to Capricorn season, boy, that was intense. And, the Fool is 0. It's a new beginning. So you could be seeing Fool cards everywhere or just seeing a picture of a Fool. You know what? It's all of us are beginning from scratch. We're beginning from 0. We were in this Hangman position. Not anymore. So we're moving forward. Let's see what else is coming through. Wow. So I don't know how many cards just flew out. Yeah, the King of Wands. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. Your masculine could be a fire sign or they are just on fire with passion. Yeah, the dog, loyalty. Yeah, was in that card. And let us see what else has come through. So this is the cards that came from the deck. Yep. This King of Wands is on fire. So they could have those signs in their chart. Yeah, this Ace of Cups is coming. You notice above the Ace of Cups all these moon cycles here? Between the new moon and the full moon? Yeah. I know these moon cycles all year have been super intense. We have 2 fish there. It's the water, it's emotions. It's like the Holy Grail and the third eye chakra. You know this is coming. So any of this communication coming in or this action step from the Divine Emperor is going to happen during a moon cycle. Which one, I don't know. Yeah, they are Leo. Yeah, mine's a Leo also, Victor. Yeah, the third eye. So they've also, which is also saying they have had a lot of third eye chakra upgrades as well. It isn't just you. They know. And yes, the new beginning, but a cycle ended. So this World card, definitely a cycle's ended. Cycles ended for both of you. It's we're always being tested. So if we let go of people that no longer served us, and I'm getting people, they probably kept trying to pry open the door. And you shut it closed by reinforcing boundaries but putting love into the situation. They've expected you to lash out, but you weren't doing that. Yeah. So this Christmas Day, all the cycles on an energetic level for 2025 have been closed. Okay? The releasing, the healing, the roller coaster, the dark nights of the souls are done. There is nothing left inside you to be purged on a major level. Yeah, the world, it's come to an end. This year's come to an end. This number 9 year has come to an end, and we're ready for the number 1. Yeah, Two of Pentacles, which is a rainbow. It's protection, balance, standing by yourself, staying in solitude. When we look for balance in our energy, we're always alone and in solitude, how he is. But the Two of Pentacles in many decks are not always straight across. But either way, a balance is being brought in since yesterday. You're being highly protected. And the Two of Pentacles is Venus and Capricorn. Even though they're standing on water, you see a ship coming in or a ship leaving. But you're bringing things back to balance or staying in balance, yeah. The Ten of Wands and the Stag. Ten of Wands is, yeah, it does represent burdens, but you bringing things back into balance. Yeah, and it makes sense that the cycle's closed, so there's no more burdens. They're being released, but you know what? He's walking slowly. Could be carrying things, could be carrying their stuff. It's a move. But you know what? We have to get to the number 10 before we get to the 1. In order to get to that Ace of Wands, yeah. So it's definitely, I'm getting travel with physical items. Yeah, the Page of Wands, a lot of fire here. Good news is coming. This could be good news from anything, but good news coming from them. Communication. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, it's the slowest knight in the deck. And it's a lot of green energy. So you could be, feeling or seeing a lot of green things around. And there's a pentacle. And that pentacle is planning and processing. The horse isn't really walking or moving. Okay? But this is also planning on abundance or feeling abundant at this time. So there's a lot of plans going on that they have. You could be having certain plans. But you know why? The Knight of Pentacles is one of those nights that where you could say, wait a minute here, this may not be the best move. Maybe think this through. So that's what I'm getting here. And it is a yes. So always remember, there could be change of plans. But there's always that still horse. Staying grounded and rooted. Staying in the present moment. Because you see the horse is not walking and the horse is not running. Wow. And yeah, bottom of the deck, the Lovers. Gemini energy. It's interesting. Still waters. Happening at night. No, her chest is covered, so I don't need to put my finger over it. But this is like a silhouette, more or less, where the divine feminine is in the physical. And she could be, this is visions about this divine love. Vivid dreams I'm getting. Them coming to you in the astral world. Now, the astral world doesn't necessarily mean you're sleeping at night or taking a nap. They could just be coming. But you're being open to receiving. So, wow, beautiful messages that came through. Ooh. So yeah, that Two of Pentacles is important. So I wish I could stay here longer. I can't because it's 2:39 Eastern Daylight Time here in the US, and I have to get ready soon for Christmas dinner at my friend's house. And I just wanted to say hello and Merry and Happy Christmas and Happy Holidays. Thank you, Ashwini and Victor, for being here. Of course, the replay is going to process. You can listen to the replay. So this is just messages for everybody. You know, nobody. If I do go on live again, to me it would just be easier than to pre-record something. To be honest with you, I saw that. Um, you know, sometimes you may have a question, or you already had questions answered somewhere else. That's fine. You're not obligated to ask a question, but a lot of collective messages that came up so they could resonate with you in different ways, everybody. I'm just saying to you all a beautiful and Merry Christmas and a happy holiday. Stay safe, stay safe, stay fun, and enjoy this peaceful and holly jolly Merry Christmas. So I'm sending you all so much love, and I'm sending you a very happy holiday and Merry Christmas season. So anyway, I will see you all soon. Bye. Be interesting how to stop the live. Never did one before. Be interesting to, alright, maybe hit video. Yeah, okay.